Greetings to you all, and welcome to Let's Play Gunstar Heroes, with me, Artega. It's a game made by Treasure. They are a superb maker of games from olden times. We're probably going to see some more Treasure games coming up, because I'm a big fan. But more importantly, we have plot to deal with. So I shall introduce you to these three characters. Okay, game, I kind of need to see the characters again. There we go. So I call them Red, Blue and Green, and I actually think that might be their names. But this guy, I call him Bison, and that's definitely not his name. I think the game tells us his name later on. But nonetheless, the point is, I call these guys Red, Blue and Green because of their shoulder pads. Blue looks like he's doing something that shouldn't be done out in the open in public, but he's a very frustrated man, okay? This woman also has green shoulder pads, but I think her name is Yellow, which is very misleading. But hey, this is plot. Hopefully that all made sense to you and you know exactly what's going on, because this is the best title screen in video gaming history. Why? Well, you'll find out soon enough. But we've got more plot after the title screen, but before I start the game. It's a weird system, but it's the way we're doing it. So collect all the gems to break the spell. Gems are going to be coming up throughout the game. You know them when you see them. This man is very buff. Look at those guns. I wouldn't want to tango with him. I'm sure underneath that lab coat this man is just as buff as the last one. According to the plot, Green has been here. Green, one of the three people at the start of the game. We have only one hope, and it's two people. These two people are our one hope. Welcome to Gunstar Heroes. That's what the game looks like, but that's a demo. This is the best intro screen in the history of time, because as you press the down button, you can change the way in which the intro flips, thereby preventing the menu from ever loading. But now I'm just going to let it roll. There we go. Wonderful stuff. This is a pretty interesting cursor they give us for the game as well. I'm opening the options menu just to show you that we're on normal and then leaving it without changing anything. And we are going in for a one-player game. And immediately, I have to explain things. Free shot, fixed shot. So you have to pick if you want free shot or fixed shot. And if you pick free shot, you look kind of a little bit shocked. And if you picked fixed shot, then you are angry as sin and you get a headband, which is a nice reward, but not good enough. In terms of gameplay, what this does is free shot allows you to shoot on the move, and fixed shot you have to stand still in order to fire, but that means you have a lot more control of your gun and where you're aiming and things, because you can fire behind you without moving backwards, which you can't do in free shot. If you want to shoot backwards, then you have to run backwards. But for the pacing of the game and to keep things nice and fast, I prefer free shot. It then gives you these four icons without explaining really what they are, right? No, it explains exactly what they are at the bottom. Okay. Force. Force is the quick attack of the game. So these four different things are the different weapon systems you can use. You can see them appearing next to my vitality up at the top. Force is the rapid firing attack. Lightning shoots through enemies. It's the piercing kind of attack. Really what you're going to know about lightning is that it just travels the screen very quickly and in a straight line for the most part. Chaser is the homing attack. It's the weakest, but it homes, and fire is the short range attack, but it does the most damage. I'm going to start with force because it's on the left, but we'll be changing our weapon throughout the game as we go on. Don't have to worry about that. Then gives you another choice. Which level would you like to play? And the game starts with 4 opening levels, and similar fashion to a Mega Man game, I'm just going to go left to right. I don't think that's the easiest order, but I'm going to go left to right as if I don't know any better. As you can see, the professor wants us to save the natives. Nothing to do with gems, that's a native. We like him. Stop crying, man, we're here to save you now. And here's my guy. I shoot. Shooting is good. My first action, as far as saving the natives go, is to destroy their houses. Superb. Not sure why I'm allowed to destroy native houses, but I am. So this is Gunstar Heroes. It's a platforming shooting game. What genre is that even called? And it likes to give you hordes of enemies and really test your ability to deal with them. Can I destroy this one? I can't destroy that house, okay. There's something about the first house that was a serious threat, not this one. As you can see, I'm dancing over a fire power-up on the floor. Let's pick it up. Here is fire. So fire is a flamethrower attack. I did something there, and people who know the game would have seen me do it. People who don't know the game think this is all perfectly normal. But now that I have fire, I can show you what the flamethrower looks like. And it looks a bit like this. Heart is just a vitality boost. You'll notice you can go over 100 vitality. I missed the name of this thing, but it's gonna die. This is a mini-boss. Mini-bosses all throughout the game. Health bars are shown as numbers in the top middle of the screen. Just get it down to 0 and it dies. Pretty much the same for every enemy. Beautiful explosion there. Okay, time to... Leave me alone. I'm trying to explain. Leave me. Leave me. Go away. Thank you. Nope. There may be infinite people here, I'm not sure. So if you look next to my vitality at the top middle of the screen, you will notice that I have both of the weapons I've picked up. I can switch between them and use the one that I want to use by pressing the A button, but I can also use them both at the same time, and that gives me a combination attack. That is the single best thing about this game. There are so many different combination attacks in this game, and it makes things very interesting. And we're going to see them all. So this one is rapid fire, which sounds like shoot very quickly, but I mean the combination of rapid shot and fire shot, flamethrower. And it shoots fireballs which explode on impact or when I release the button. So I can shoot a ball and then if it hits something it will explode, and that's good. Or I can deliberately release the button and make it explode wherever I want, which helps me hit annoying to hit targets. I'm doing a lot of physical attacks, melee attacks. I'll explain those in a moment. I think we're still on the weapon system for now. Bravo, man. The names of some of the bosses are pretty impressive in this game. They're very tongue-in-cheek, and I respect that. I like that a lot. Bravo Man is a tough enemy. You saw how his leg glowed green? That meant danger, danger. This leg will damage you for about 10 if he were to make contact with you. Purely by chance, I think I have one of the best weapons in the game for Bravo Man, which is why he got annihilated in seconds. I am kind of abusing a strategy here while I'm talking to you. I'll play the game normally, sorry guys. I think the way this works is that my fire rings are hitting every cube of Bravo Man, and so it just does an awful lot of damage, way more than you would expect. And the little exploit I was doing there, just by instinct, was if you stand right at the top of the screen, up in the health bar, can you see my cursor? You can, great. If you stand so far up on the screen that you're actually inside this, then you sort of dodge all the enemies on the slide. I'm going to change weapon. Welcome to Rapid Lightning. Welcome to bees. Bees are very annoying to kill. Every time you kill a bee, it gets reproduced by the nest, so I should aim for the nest, and there you go. So, just to show you normal lightning. Normal lightning shoots in one of 8 directions. It's a straight line, it can't curve, it can't be changed at all, it just fires in the way it fires. When you power that up with a bit of rapid, it now shoots in between as it's changing between. So if I'm shooting forwards and I change to up, it will actually shoot in all of the angles in between those. Whereas with normal lightning, it would just go straight to up. So it's much easier to hit things with rapid lightning than it is with just normal lightning. It's time for a boss. Pinky Rhoda. Now I'm not sure where these names are influenced from. They may be the result of poor translations, but I love them. Spinky Rhoda has 2 legs, which are completely vulnerable. It has a man who is invulnerable, because as we all know, a man completely exposed on an arm with a pistol is not the weak point of this giant robot. In fact, the giant armoured chassis is the weak point of this robot. I just jumped through that bullet, because bullet detection in this game is kind of wonky. Don't stomp at me, please. That's not very nice. This is where I'm very glad that I have rapid fire lightning, and I can easily take out these bombs. I can stand on the legs, and that's an important point for getting over it. Yes, okay, there we go, that's great. Important point for getting over the boss and go over to the other side so you don't get crushed. You can go underneath the boss, but it doesn't give you much room to dodge. And apologies to anyone who has seizures. That's what this game is a bit like. And that music is incredible, and we will pause, we will stop everything and listen to it every time at the end of every level. Team Rocket blasts off, and it's victory to us. We have 1 gem. Moving on now to level 2. The blue gem is ours. We have a special modified mining cart that we can be aggressive on, and the game takes a sudden turn that no one was expecting. We're now on a vehicle, and you would think that doesn't actually change very much. I still have movement left and right. It looks like it's automatically scrolling, but it's not really, it's just the background. Enemies attack me on minecarts now instead of platforming sections, but it's not really that different. Apart from one thing. If I press jump, and then jump again, I invert gravity. So that is the main difference in this stage then, really. I can still move, I can still jump over obstacles. We're not really seeing a nice variety of weapons here, it's okay. Rapid, that's new. But I can invert gravity if it's going to be beneficial to me, so that's important to know. You've just seen something interesting here. I can pick up 2 of the same weapon, and it is different from rapid. Here is rapid, I shoot peas. Here is rapid, I shoot cannonballs. And they also have a little bit of spread in them, which is very useful. Because it's a hard... well, it's not a hard attack to aim, but it's precise. It goes kind of like how lightning does. I can't shoot in between. I shoot either left, down, or diagonally left, down. There's nothing else. So it's nice that it snakes a little bit. People asleep on the train, having a good time. Now why I'm attacking a mine, I don't know. And interestingly, I have a modified minecart, which suggests everyone else is in what, standard minecarts? They look exactly the same as mine, just with a slightly less impressive paint job. Nice kung fu kick. These people have guns, by the way. Majority of them just don't choose to use them, some of them choose to kick instead of using them. Please, game, something new. And in time old gaming fashion, a kick does more damage than a laser. Which doesn't make any sense in the slightest, but it's the way all games are. Comboed by those. So a little thing about the weapons, I am going to be changing weapon whenever I get the chance to do so, even if it's completely against me and makes my chances of winning the level far, far worse, because I want to show off as many different weapons as I can. You saw M. Bison there? Time to learn how M. Bison attacks? Do it, man. What a weapon! Such accuracy. So typically you barely even see these attacks come out because you kill the Ben as he throws them. I just wanted to show off that even if you just stand there and watch him with no idea what's going on, the man can't hit you. The man's a waste of space. Thank you very much. These birds are things that give us power-ups. They give us all of the health power-ups or all the weapon power-ups. There are some you'll just find in the level in boxes and things, but whenever you see a bird, it's always a good thing. It's always got something in it. And it is possible to get the bird to drop more than one item. I'm not sure if you noticed this, but as soon as I make contact with it, with any bullet, it immediately drops an item. But if I really hammer it over and over and over and over again, I can get it to drop more items. So I can have, if it's weapons I have more choice, if it's health I get another health drop. Now that is good. Now, welcome to Green, who at the start of the game looked very much like he was on our team, and is now trying to kill us. So that's interesting. Green pilots 7 Force. 7 Force is a robot, and the number 7 is quite important to this robot, for reasons that will become clear. Take a look at its health though. It has about 3k health, and that was about the same health as the first boss. Just joking, we've got a second form. 7 Force, eh? What could that mean? Good shot. This weapon is not the best for shooting this. This is where I wish I had fixed shot instead of free shot. And this is where you really have to know the attack pattern of the boss in order to dodge its attacks. Because if you didn't know it was going to do that falling attack and wave its arms open at you at the end, I'm not sure how you would dodge the attack. But that's what he does, and that's the only way to dodge it, that I'm aware of. No, this side, right? Yeah. Oh, I failed that miserably. It's 3000 HP. Twice now. But wait, we got a third form. 7 Force, eh? That's an interesting name. Really, the whole anti-gravity thing is not that important for the entire level. But against 7 Force, it's kind of necessary to dodge a lot of his attacks. This boss has a lot more realism than most Hollywood films, in that the gun actually has to reload, even though it's firing lasers, so it shouldn't have to reload. 4th form, who saw this one coming, eh, 7 Force? I'm watching, okay. This thing bounces back and forth, and it will randomly decide when it wants to attack. And I messed that up because I pressed jump one too many times. Interesting point, I can forever float in the middle of the screen. I'm not demonstrating it now. Ah, the combos! Am I gonna die to 7 Force? I think I might. Okay, serious time now, people. So as I was trying to say, you can float forever in the middle of the screen if I keep inverting gravity. It is possible to just never land. Or, I don't know if never land is right when I'm climbing a wall, but you know what I mean. I can stay in the middle of the shaft forever. But it doesn't help me against this boss. This form of... I was getting a little surprised he never decided to use his second attack, but here it is. It's much easier to deal with than his first attack. Just have to dodge some glowy balls. And back to the first attack. No, glowy balls down low. Okay. Orb number 5, it's time to be a crab. This is the main bit where you... Oh, you tricked me, Oh, you really have to see the gravity inversion being used to dodge. I hate crab. Crab doesn't last very long because it's so big, it's hard to miss. Six life. Okay, that'll do me. Interesting number of forms there, 7 Force. Thanks for the green gem. I don't care about your cape. So green has betrayed us. But we've got 2 gems. That's progress for us. And that was dicey. One thing before I end this video. Take a look at my vitality. It started at 100. It's up to 140. The way this game works is every time you beat a stage, you gain 20 more vitality for the next stage. So it's really in your favour to start with the easiest stages and end with the hardest stages. Case in point, I would usually do the mine stage last because 7 Force is such a hard boss. Second point, the first boss had about 3,000 hit points. 7 Force had 15,000. I don't know who balanced this game, but let's see what the rest of their balance looks like in the next video. Hopefully you'll join me for that, and I shall see you.